Hi there, friends. My name's Anna. I'm a student working at the Judith and Norman Alex Art Gallery, and today we're going to be binding booklets. In this kit, first you will find your blank canvas, a book cover page, and 5 sheets of inside pages. They are loose because you will get to learn how to bind the book yourself. Speaking of binding the book, there is a small needle included in your kit that will come in handy in the binding process. Next, the right-hand man to the needle is of course the thread, which comes to you wrapped around a little white holder called a floss bobbin. The kit also contains a small binder clip to help throughout the binding process, and for the creative process we have provided a glue stick and a fine-tip black pen. And finally, the showstopper, specialty paper. You will get an assortment of specialty paper and tissue paper in your kit that is luxurious, extravagant, and perfect for collaging. Some other materials you may need in the bookbinding process are a ruler, a push pin or thumbtack, and a piece or pieces of cardboard. And other materials you may need for collaging or creating in your book are a pair of scissors, a pencil or other writing materials, a stapler with staples, tape, and any other collage elements from around your house. Begin by folding the cover paper and each sheet of inside paper in half. Make sure to press down on all the folds to enforce the crease. Gather all the folded pages and nest them together lined up on the center fold with the cover on the outside. With the book open to its center fold, clamp the small binder clip along one side, the top, bottom, or any side of the booklet. This will hold all the pages tightly in place throughout the binding process. Use a ruler to measure out 4 marks of equal distance along the center fold. These marks will be where your holes will go. Next, you will need to prepare your thumbtack poking surface. Take 2 to 3 pieces of cardboard, stack them on top of one another, then tape them together. We found using cardboard is better than a self-healing cutting mat because you can poke out of the other side of the cardboard entirely. Place your book open to its center fold on top of the cardboard. Use a push pin or thumbtack to poke through the book where you traced marks earlier. Repeat poking holes with all the 4 marks you made along the book's center fold. Unravel your thread entirely from the floss bobbin and thread your needle so you have a tail about the length of your hand. Threading the needle is taking one end of the thread and pulling it through the eye of the needle. Open the booklet to its center fold and thread through the top hole from the outside of the book. As you thread through the first hole, leave a tail of thread about a finger's length on the outside of the book. To make sure you don't lose that tail while you bind your book, grab a paper clip and clip the tail to the outside cover. Thread through the second hole from the top of the book, from inside the book to outside, and pull the thread until it sits snugly. From the outer cover side of the book, pull the thread through the third hole from the top to the inside of the book. From inside to outside, thread through the fourth bottom hole, again pulling enough so the thread sits comfortably. From outside the book, thread back into the third hole from the top. From inside the book, thread back to the outside through the second hole from the top. Before going forward, double check that your thread fits nicely through your book, not too loose and not too tight. Now you can remove the paper clip holding the tail end of the thread from the beginning, and bring this end together with the other end of your thread hanging out of the second hole from the top of the book. Bringing each loose thread end together, tie them in a knot close to the spine of the outside of the book. If you want to be able to hang your booklet like a keychain or an ornament, tie another knot a few inches from the first one. You can also cut off the extra thread after the first knot if you don't want your booklet to hang. Just make sure that the knot is tight before you cut off any extra thread. You did it! Your booklet is officially bound and ready for the unlimited creative portion of the project. It is entirely up to you what you want to put in your book. You can draw, write, collage, or all three. Here are some prompts we came up with to help you gain creative momentum. Don't forget, the front and back covers are free game to write, draw, or cover with whatever materials you have. Collage is the art technique in which fragments of paper and other materials are arranged and glued or otherwise affixed to a supporting surface. When gluing paper or other materials into your book, try spreading glue onto your material, then placing it into your book. If you do the opposite, spreading glue into your book, then placing your material down, you may accidentally glue your book shut. Tissue paper is a very interesting medium because it is translucent. Experiment with layering by putting tissue paper over the other patterned paper in your kit, or over a page in your book after you have written or drawn on it. Choose a theme for your entire booklet. Themes can be categories like outer space, flora and fauna, or things found in the kitchen. They can also be something more vague, like time, beauty, or chaos. Choosing a theme will help you navigate through the broad expanse that is your imagination. Try writing haiku. Haiku is a form of poetry meant to be read in one breath. There are only 3 lines, totaling 17 syllables. The first line is 5 syllables, the second line is 7 syllables, and the third line is 5 syllables like the first.
If you're still grasping for creative straws, there are even more ideas and creative prompts about how to fill your booklet in the printed instructions found inside your kit.
As always, these creative prompts are optional. If you're revved up and ready to go, then jump head first into your booklet and start creating. There's still nothing in your surroundings that's inspiring you? Maybe change your surroundings. Maybe surround yourself with the current exhibitions at the Judith and Norman Alex Art Gallery, in person or access them online.